Hello everyone and welcome to the first update. I'm Chris from Onyx. Thank you very much for taking your time to watch this video. Uh, I put on the Onyx sweater. It's a bit cold, but I just thought maybe representing is something good in this video. I wanted to give a general quick update in this short video about a couple of things. My first 2 weeks in the Heroes of the Storm community so far, giving some input on the grand strategy of Onyx for CCL Season 2. Also putting some points down to maybe some other things like the prize money, which will be there available, and then what I called other things and other initiatives. I wrote down like a small piece of paper because I'm an old guy by now and I need to structure my head around things so I can talk about stuff. So first of all, the first 2 weeks in the Heroes of the Storm community, it has been a blast so far. I really need to be honest. I say it all the time. All the people I've spoken with so far are so kind. I was able to have an interview with Bahamut for the CCL season introduction of Onyx. Actually, 2 days ago I had a chance to speak with Yudal on his podcast. It was really great and had interviews with so many different players. I think really around 50 to 60 players by now I've spoken to. All talks have gone great and the general feedback is also very positive and very kind. So I really feel like that you guys out there are giving us as a new organization a chance, which I'm personally really thankful for. But of course I also want to deliver. I don't just want to say thank you, but I also want to hopefully prove to you that it's worth to give us this chance. So what I've spent some time about is thinking about the grand strategy of what are the values of Onyx, what do we want to do. And during the discussions with the players, I came across the following points, which I just want to say here. So the roster. So there are 6 players, maybe additionally a coach. We need to see how it works out. I want to have at least 3 of those players to be, I'll call it young bloods, talents. They don't necessarily have to be very young, but let's call them like unknown people who have great potential but didn't have the chance to unfold it. This would be really great, I think. Then we need some stability in the roster. For this, I would like to pick up 2 veterans. They don't have to be like ex-HGC pros, how people say, but should be people around for quite a long time, know the game very well, and at least have seen some places. I think this is quite important. Then we have maybe like 1 row left, which could be like a hybrid in between to bring in more stability here. And like I said, depending on how the situation goes, maybe an additional coach as 7th person, or maybe the coach will be like a player coach role in the 6th one. We need to see how it works out. We need to see who is interested in working with us and who's available, and of course this will be a huge part of the decision here. Then the next point I want to bring up is I wrote down a date, the 25th of March. It is one day, if I'm mistaken, of course, if I may not mistaken, it's the first day before the first free agent tournament. And this is the day I would be open for speaking with new people, new players, because my style of working is that I only want to work with people with whom I've spoken to. So if we shouldn't have the chance to speak until then, I would say the chances are very, very, very unlikely that we will work together in CCL Season 2. So if you haven't reached out to me already, or haven't reached out to me so far, please do so if you're interested. From today on, I will also start to reach out to players because now I have more time. The interview marathon is over, which was really nice, but it was also a bit stressful. So yeah, and now I'm looking forward to reach out to people. So yeah, just have that in mind and in your head. Let me just quickly check again my small piece of paper I have here. But this should be the most important things about the grand strategy, correct? Prize money. So there will be, of course, the player salary, which is how it is. Nothing too much to talk about there, $700 per player. And then there will be a prize pool. The prize pool is depends on donations, stuff people buy from the community, people buying stuff and so on. And from that, the prize pool is being created. Orcs can get a share of that prize pool. It's in the rulebook. It's something between 0 and 40%. And Orc can decide. I'm pretty sure there are Orcs out there who say, okay, no, we don't want to cut at all. We take 0%. But I want to be honest with you. I need to switch my hands because starting to get tired at the end. I want to be honest with you that I want to take a cut with Onyx, but I also want to explain you why and what I was thinking about. if we, for example, get 6 players and need an additional coach, I want that coach, the 7th person, to be paid. This is important to me, because the coach is also putting quite some effort in there, and he should be rewarded for it. I would take a cut from the prize pool to pay the coach from that. Also, I would like to support some initiatives which are out there. For example, one guy, I think I mention him all the time when I'm speaking with people. One guy I've spoken to, actually a fellow German, I'm also German. His name is Heroes at School. He's a German caster for CCL, and he's doing great work. He's a teacher. He has some pupils he's working with. Play with them Heroes of the Storm, educate the parents, and building, like, I would call it, a very small ecosystem on his own. And it's an initiative which I think is great, and it really touches the point I'm interested in working in enabling people, enabling especially younger people to give them a safe playground to experiment and also to grow in that. So this is something I'm really interested in, and I would be very happy to support. But there's also other things which maybe just take some effort or time. For example, one topic is Inhouses, what we touched already. So if I upload, I will upload it today. So tomorrow will be some Inhouses in between. Let me think, what was it? It is 2, yeah, I think it's 2 until 6 p.m. Eastern time. If you haven't signed up so far in the Heroes Heart Discord, just type in that you're interested in participating. I will be there watching. Hopefully there will be also some other orgs. But yeah, but stuff like this take a little bit of time, effort, and sometimes even money for paying people. So this is why I say, okay, I would like to have a cut of the prize pool, and depending on the placement, I would differentiate that, because I've checked the prize money orgs received, how they in regards how they closed the season. It was something in between $650 and $5,200 in my math. Maybe I did some mistakes, but round about it should be that. You can divide it by 6. Then you get, like, very roughly the amount of money players would get if the org doesn't take a cut. Depending on the placement, I would do a different model. To be honest, if the placement would be 5 through 8, then I would actually say the org should get a 40% cut of that money. Because I also think that the money is quite low there. Of course, maybe some people need the money, but I believe the summed up money of 6 players together let us do something greater with it than just everyone getting a small piece of it. But as I mentioned, it goes from 650 to 5,200, so it will be much larger at the other hand. So I also want to go down with the percentage the organization should get from the prize pool. So if the place should be 3rd or 4th, then it's only 30%, and if it should be actually 1st or 2nd, then it's only 20% what you all should get. Because then we're talking about money which also for the players could and should have an impact actually. So we're speaking about a couple of $100s here. I think the maximum is even closer to 1,000 or so. So it's really crazy. And of course we hope that in CCL Season 2 this will get boosted up a bit. We hope, of course, the community work from the league and also from the organizations and also from you is working, and that more people are interested in and more people are joining. So there's, of course, a very big mission here and a very big goal. Last thing I want to speak about, and this was the last glimpse on my paper, I'll quickly switch hands again, is transparency. This is something I was also looking into a lot, also when I've done work before in esports, is a lot of stuff is happening in the background, and people are not filled in. People don't know what's happening. I was always a guy who wanted to change that, because I think also from educational purposes is great, and to give insights maybe which haven't been there before. And this is why, for example, I create a video like this. I'm not interested in being an influencer whatsoever, or to present myself. This is not my goal. I just want to give the few people out there who are interested a chance to take a look deeper. And this is what I want to do with Onyx in this season and in general. Of course, in respect always with privacy from people. So I would also be happy to speak about interviews or share a list of people I've spoken with or who's in consideration. But of course, first I want to check with people if they're fine with it. And of course, always align with the league that I'm not leaking anything and that they're fine with that. Because having a good relationship with other orgs and other leagues and also with the player and the community, this is the most important thing to me. It's more important than any championships or winning CCL. So I think this is quite important, and it's actually also the slogan of Onyx, right? Companionship over championship. So really looking here for helping sustain and hopefully build up the community again. We're looking forward to have a good time. And of course, we also look forward, hopefully, to win some matches. But for us, there are definitely much bigger priorities. But this video just crossed 10 minutes, so I think it's enough now. My arms are dying, I'm freezing cold. So thank you very much for your time. If you're a player and seeing this, I will reach out to you if we've spoken already. If you're a player and you haven't spoken to me, just feel free to reach out to me. I will put my Discord details into the description below. And maybe you're even lucky enough that I will contact you. But we'll see about that. Alright guys, thank you very much for your time. Please have a great Saturday.